Hello everyone, it's me again. I'm here with another video. Today's video will be, what if the Fantastic Four were in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies? I actually think this could have been possible because we nearly got a 2000s MCU. Like, apparently the plan was meant to connect all the 2000s heroes in the same universe, and that included the Fantastic Four being in the same universe as the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. But now that does beg the question. Who could have played the Fantastic Four? I'd say the actors from the 2000s films. Yes, I think the Tim Story cast would be this universe's Fantastic Four. But then there's the question of what would have changed? I don't think Spider-Man 1 would really change much, nor would Spider-Man 2, other than Oscorp could have been rivals with the Baxter building, or Reed and Sue and Victor Von Doom could have been some of the scientists working at Oscorp. And then this would have led to, Johnny meeting Peter. They would probably have gone to the same college. Probably. But maybe not. But then you move on to the 2005 Fantastic Four movie, which I don't think a lot would really change. Obviously, nothing would change except there would be references to Spider-Man, like he could be mentioned. They could even mention Oscorp and how Harry's been the new CEO. This film could very well take place before or after Spider-Man 2. I don't think it really matters as to which is more likely, but then we move on to Spider-Man 3. I don't think that movie would have really changed all that much. I don't think that movie would have changed at all, but with a few changes. Peter would have gone to Reed and the Gain for information on the symbiote. Johnny could, try to burn the symbiote, which would reveal its weakness to fire. And Reed could even tell Peter to remove the symbiote, but he refuses, which would then lead to him meeting Dr. Connors. Speaking of Dr. Connors, I think he could have been a mentor to Reed, or at least have been friends of Reed when they were kids. And this would increase the love triangle between Peter and MJ and Gwen, because maybe Peter somehow believes he should be with Gwen and not MJ. But when he removes the symbiote after listening to Reed that he should have listened in the first place, probably at a scene before the bell tower, the symbiote may have latched itself onto Eddie Brock still, or Harry. But I think if it were Eddie Brock, the rest of the movie wouldn't have really changed. But if it were Harry, Harry would have kidnapped both Gwen and MJ, which I think Eddie would have also done if it were to still bond with him. And then Spider-Man faces Venom and Sandman. The Fantastic Four would be there to help him. Probably Johnny. And during the final battle, Harry could either have sacrificed himself to destroy the symbiote, or the symbiote would be weakened and contained, and Harry lives. And so Harry ends up with Gwen Stacy. But Peter and MJ's relationship kind of comes to an abrupt end. Or it's ended on more of an ambiguous note. And then this can set up a new love interest for Spider-Man, which obviously would never happen because Spider-Man 4 didn't happen. And then there's Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, which wouldn't have really changed at all. Aside from Reed may have had information on space before with, the Venom symbiote, so he would recognize Galactus and the Silver Surfer as beings from another planet outside of Earth. So, continuity right there. And this one would actually take place after Spider-Man 3. Maybe Spider-Man could have made a cameo as Peter during the wedding of Reed and Sue. Heck, Oscorp could have become the Baxter Building, or at least the new Baxter Building. Peter may have gotten a new girl at this point in time. Possibly. This could be Ursula or even Felicia Hardy. But I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. So that's essentially what if the Fantastic Four were in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. I do plan on releasing, what if the MCU started in the early 2000s, but that's months away. It probably won't be released until like June or July. I have no idea yet, but I plan on releasing it soon. But anyways, I will see you all later.